If tongue and lip ties were just a tissue problem, then why do so many babies still struggle after that perfect release? And why do adults with no visible ties still have airway issues, jaw pain, poor posture, or chronic tension? Well, here's the truth. Tongue and lip ties are rarely the root of the problem. They're a sign of something deeper. And when a baby with a tongue tie also has reflux, colic, constipation, and can't sleep lying flat, the tie isn't the whole story. That's a nervous system that's stuck in stress mode. About 10% of babies are born with a tongue or a lip tie, but those babies who also struggle to feed, to sleep, to digest, and to calm, those aren't four separate problems. They're one nervous system showing up in four different ways. And a release addresses the tissue, but if the tension remains, the body often recreates that restriction. And that's not a surgical failure, that's the body protecting something deeper. So this video, I'm making this one for you parents who feel like you have done everything right. You did the release, you followed the stretches, but feeding is still hard. Sleep, it's still broken, and your baby still seems tense or uncomfortable. It's also for parents of toddlers, of young kids who had ties released years ago, but still struggle with speech, with sensory issues, coordination, or regulation. And today, I want to help share why that happens and what actually creates the lasting change that you're looking for. We worked with a little girl, and for HIPAA purposes, I'm going to call her Maddie. And from day one, feeding for Maddie was hard. She couldn't latch, she clicked constantly, she cried almost all the time. She was gassy, she was uncomfortable, and couldn't settle unless she was held. And those car rides were nearly impossible. They did a tongue tie release, but the real shift happened when we addressed her nervous system before and after the procedure because of how much stress her body had been under. We kept her adjustments consistent. Her mom could see her body relax each and every time we did a gentle adjustment. And the breakthrough came on a family trip. The plane rides, car rides, restaurants, new environment. Maddie was calm. She slept, she adapted, and today she's still thriving. That didn't happen because of the tissue alone. It happened because her nervous system felt safe. And here's what most people miss. Neurological tone controls soft tissue tone. And when a baby's nervous system is stuck in stress mode, muscles stay tight, including the muscles and fascia of the tongue and of the jaw. Think of the nervous system like a car. The gas pedal is fight or flight, and that brake pedal is rest, digestion, regulation. And when subluxation or tension exists in the upper neck and that cranial system, that gas pedal, it gets stuck on, and that brake pedal, it can't engage, and the body stays in protection mode. And the body creates tissue restrictions as a protective response. It's a normal thing. And that means those ties are often compensations and not the root cause. The tongue is connected neurologically and fascially from head to toe. And when there's tension anywhere in that system, the tongue adapts by tightening or shortening. That tension, it starts early and it stacks. Prenatal stress, it matters. Maternal stress wires that baby's nervous system for fight or flight. And birth stress matters. Forceps, vacuum, C-sections, inductions, those long labors. These stresses affect that upper cervical spine and those cranial bones. And that's where the vagus nerve and those cranial nerves exit. Those nerves control feeding and swallowing. They control digestion. They control heart rate, emotional regulation, and immune system function. And when those signals get disrupted, we see feeding issues, reflux, colic, poor sleep, and tension. Not separate problems. We're talking about one stressed nervous system. This is why a release alone, it doesn't always fix the issue. Now that nervous system is still in fight or flight mode. Those muscles, they don't know how to relax. Breathing and posture, they haven't changed. And if the nervous system, it doesn't feel safe, the body will retighten. And that's why addressing tension before and after that release is critical, just like it was for Maddie. So when we address the foundation, everything changes. We activate the vagus nerve, we restore parasympathetic balance, and think of that as that brake pedal that we talked about, and we reduce that nervous system tension. And parents, what they notice better sleep, better digestion, less congestion, a calmer, happier baby. Those are signs of regulation. And sometimes the journey into this world, it's not easy. And our little ones often get stuck into stress. And that's where neurologically focused chiropractic care helps release that tension So feeding, sleep, digestion, and development can improve altogether. So if you're ready to address the foundation instead of just chasing symptoms or repeating those revisions, I invite you to comment TIES, TIES below, and we'll send you additional resources and a link to get scheduled with Live Better Chiropractic here in Sterling. Your family, they deserve root cause care, and that's where the lasting change begins.